are infinite.
Hey guys, back again for another beefy ass tutorial. This one's going to be on layering, how I layer my synths and stuff. Again, just going through that status I made. This is one of the suggestions a bunch of people made actually, so yeah, I got to bring that open again, go through that. I did a bunch of layering here for my synths. Get right into it. Basically, a lot of the time what I'll do is just like, it's as simple as cloning my initial synth and then, you know, turning it down and then putting it up an octave, changing a bit of the oscillators, giving it a bit more elements than I couldn't get out of the one patch. So this first patch here I've got, like, it sounds pretty good just by itself, like, so I could probably leave them the way it is. It would sound really good. Or what I've done is I've made a clone of it, and then I just fucked with it a little bit. It sounds like this. So it's got the same movement and stuff, but it's just got like a different kind of, you know, feel to it. It's got a little bit more low end stuff and a little bit of like crunchy high end stuff too. Like, and you put that with this, and then it comes out sounding like this. Where if it was just one, and yeah, I've put it up an octave too, so it gives it like the bit of a more high end to that guy. Yeah, so that's what I've done for those two, for the first growl. Yeah, okay, just checking if it was the same there. The second part, I kind of showed a little bit of this in the mixdown tutorial video, or I guess maybe I'll upload this one before the mixdown tutorial one. Who knows? Anyways, I touched a little bit about this in another video. For the like the stab, the LFO guy going on here, as you can see, it's 3 layers, and then you have the sub. So solo this guy, and it sounds like yeah, sick synth, dude. Sounds pretty boring, plain. Doesn't sound like Skrillex, not good. Then we've got layer 2, sounds like this. That's like the meat of it. Like, it sounds okay by itself, but not good enough. And then that just sounds like terrible. Like, what the fuck? Then you put them all together. Whoa, that's pretty cool. So what I did for this, it's just like that's just the beefy one, like the main one. And then for this guy, pretty much, again, I just cloned him, made him different. He's got a little bit more high-end stuff to him than this guy. So put those together, than this, like, just doesn't sound good. But it adds a lot to it. Like, if I play the pattern without the little high-end guy, and then with him, it does quite a bit. Like, it adds a lot to the sound. So it's just simple stuff like that. Like, you don't have to layer like beef sound after beef sound, like 8 of the fattest patches I've ever made to make one super bass. And yeah, it can be stuff like that. See what else I have going on here. Go to drop section 2. This patch is just by itself. I sometimes layer him. I'll just clone this guy. You know, clone him, and then turn him down. Put him up a layer, copy the note, do that. Didn't in this tune because obviously I felt it sounded fat enough. for this. Pretty much the same, like, layering type deal. That's pretty much all of them for this tune. I'll open a new session here. Sure, we'll open We Are Infinite. I think I did a lot of layering stuff in there. Like, usually I can make a sound that I'm happy with just with one instance of massive, but if I can, like again with like that stab thing, when I layered that one really weak sounding, the high pitch guy, just put it under like the fat part, makes the sound a lot better. So yeah, okay, so I did a bunch of layering in this tune for some of the synths. So first drop pattern for the first tune I did, We Are Infinite, just like the first growl, just normally like that, and then the layer, I've got them up an octave, I believe. I don't know, I guess it's the same. But, like, what I did with this one, I can hear, I just, like, took down a bit of the high. I turned, I did some stuff to it, made it different. I cloned the first sound, messed around with it so it sounds like that. And this version sounds like just a little bit dumbed down, and it's got a little bit more low end, so it's going to give it the fatty kind of part to it, I guess. For this LFO, it's kind of the same deal as like the layering and bring that. He originally sounds like this is the high end part. So if I play it just like this without the one layer, it sounds okay, but he's a little bit too crunchy, a little too high endy on his own. And if I do the exact opposite with this one, it's just kind of like, it's cool, it sounds fat, but there's no high end to it, and there's no like really crispiness, I guess, to it. So layer those together, and then it fills it out nicely. So like, yeah, just stuff like that. Section 2. I guess there's not a ton more layering going on there, and I guess that's pretty much it that I'll show you for layering, because it's just like, I don't know, it's trial and error. Like, no one told me to like layer this. It was one day I was like, maybe if I clone it and put it up an octave, it'll sound cool. And then yeah, it just like it adds a little bit more to it. So yeah, this probably isn't as in depth as some of my other stuff, but yeah, hopefully some people find this helpful, and be doing a bunch more sound design tutorials and stuff like that as the week goes on. So yeah, as usual, take it easy guys, hope this helped.